Hello. Hello. It's time. It's time for some D&D. And hanging out with friends at the table. Welcome to the 4th episode of our 2nd chapter of this campaign. We are a bunch of average people playing a chaotic and awesome game. As a reminder, we are on hiatus from our Wednesday insight check, and we'll let you know if there are any updates or anything in regards to that. However, our latest episode of Air D&D is out. That is our podcast, and you can find that pretty much on every major podcasting site. If it's not on the podcasting site that you listen to, shoot me a DM at DM of Chaos C on Twitter, and we'll make sure it gets taken care of. And if you love it, which you will, go ahead and hook us up with a review on iTunes. Or just spread the word to your friends, your family, your dog, whoever will listen. Thanks. Whoever might enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, so go check that out. And we also just opened our Discord to everyone. So if you want to come and talk D&D stuff with us, you can. All you have to do is go to chaosconductors.com and hit up our Air D&D Lounge. Air D&D Lounge is going to be the link that you're going to see. Click that, and you'll go to Discord. Never been to Discord? Then just try it out. It's cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's where we hang out.
We can have some conversations.
90% of the time.
You can hang out.
Yep.
Most
Talk
recently
about
we were-
anime, apparently.
Yeah,
It's the most active
We can talk about
corner
anime.
of the Discord right now.
Damn right.
We were most recently arguing about which die is the most satisfying.
That's
to
true.
roll besides a D20.
D4. Yep.
Was there a best vote there?
We'll do a fisticuffs later.
Did what came out on top?
Yeah, D4.
What one?
Did it come out on top?
Yeah, of course.
No,
I haven't voted
Are you
yet.
just saying that?
that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the D8 is the best die,
I agree.
D8's a
So-
good die.
and the D4 is second though. Like I
Did
think.
you say the D8 is ugly?
Yeah.
Come on.
It's unique.
Ugh.
Actually,
D12.
currently there's a tie. D4, D8, and D10 are tied.
Okay.
Whoa.
And,
Chat.
Yeah.
Comment what kind of die you like the most between all of the die types. D2, D4, D6, D8,
I don't know, 20% there's really
D10, D12,
Come on.
Everything but the D20.
D100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D100 counts.
D20.
D10, I think, in that poll.
What?
There are only 5 options.
Okay,
I don't
cool. Then don't percentage die doesn't count. We just do D10.
It's a D10.
Well, because some people do. They don't even do a percentage die. They just roll D10 twice. First one for the tens place. Second one for the
I mean, they didn't used to
Ones.
make percentage dice.
singles, the units.
Shout out to all those percentage dies that don't get used.
Mine never get used.
Cue Sarah McLaughlin.
Yeah.
And as you can see, Loot is not with us today. Loot's in chat.
Who's gonna be getting some?
And Loot, if you're watching, I have a die for you here that you're missing out on. It looks like this. It's a D6.
So cool.
You're missing out.
They're pretty badass. We all got one.
So Scully boy.
Little Scully boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, angry boy.
Am I missing anything, or are we good to go
Let's do
into
this.
today's game? Are we good?
Good.
All right. Then, the last time on Shadows of Zethris.
What?
I mean, Riley's not here to do the preacher ones, so someone has to.
Somebody else
So
did.
last time on Shadows of Zethris, you all visited Eggs and Kegs, and they were having a BOGO deal, so the place was really busy. So while you didn't eat, Sumiko and Virian, you did get some first-hand restaurant experience. You know, you can definitely put that on your resume. Who knows? After that, because you didn't eat breakfast there and you're still hungry, you went to the Wyvern's Tail, which is a restaurant that specializes in gambling and in entertainment, and they have very strong drinks. So there's a lot of, stuff that happened with that. It was an interesting experience. Definitely go and check that out if you haven't already. No one won anything, but isn't the true value in life to play the game? No.
Nope.
All right.
Not if you lose a bunch
Yeah.
of money.
No.
Yeah.
I agree. I like winning. So after this, you visited Trixon at his shop, and he transformed the carpet that had attacked you in Northon. He transformed it into a flying good boy carpet. So now you have a flying good boy carpet.
Yay.
That's its name.
Good boy.
It's not. Whatever you want it to be, I don't care.
It is
No,
now.
it's done now.
Yeah.
You're
Lastly.
right. That's what's happening.
You went to the bank after Leonthorn met you in the streets and gave you some gifts from the Queen. Leonthorn said, "Here, go to this bank, and you will have some money, and you can withdraw it." And from there, you found that there was about 12K platinum in the bank, and a Jordan, and so now you have that money, and I think that's where we left off with you guys, kind of still in the bank. So we'll just yeah, I don't think you guys left.
Didn't we start walking towards the hotel?
You did. You went towards the Gilson Loft. So let's say that you bought a couple rooms for the night. How many rooms would you guys like?
Val's getting his own room.
Okay. How many more rooms beyond that?
What does his own room mean?
Means Val paid for a room for him to use.
So Val and Samaria have their own room.
She's gonna assume.
He would have looked at her and said, "Let's talk."
Okay.
Let's patrol.
Get on this this patrol hype. Okay. So you got one room.
How much was said room?
Yeah, how much are the rooms?
They're about 10 gold pieces each room. For the night.
And do they each have one bed in them?
The rooms at 10 gold pieces, they have 3 beds. One of those beds being like a pull-out couch.
Okay.
But I also don't know how to get.
So we could just get 2 other rooms and sleep 2 and 2.
Okay.
3 rooms.
So then, if you want to go ahead and minus 10 from your pockets, and then you guys might need a treasure at some point
I was
for
gonna
like
ask.
party funds.
Don't.
Well, I thought
Don't
we
pick
each
Miriam.
got
We just took 100 plat.
we each took 100 plat, so we all
Okay.
have our own money.
Yes.
Oh wait,
I will
I
pay
did
for
not.
one of the rooms.
I did not take 100 platinum.
Winslow is Groot. Thanks for the sub.
Oh,
Hey, thank
thank
you.
Oh, what? How do I add things?
I couldn't figure out how to add gold and
That's not what I mean.
beyond.
What are you talking about?
Do you not
I
have
did
this
it.
here?
How do I do it?
There.
Under.
So type in.
I-
No, you gotta type it there to
I
add
tried
it.
that as well.
And did you hit add after?
I can't even type.
Oh.
I could.
All right. So while you're figuring that out, just minus
10
the
gold.
20 gold because it's the two rooms.
We're
Whoever-
getting
3
3 rooms. We're splitting 2 and 2 and 2.
I just paid for mine outright.
He paid for his, and you're splitting 3 rooms.
We're getting
We're
2
splitting
additional
2
rooms.
Okay. So that's 10 gold each room.
Yeah, I'm taking one
20
room.
gold.
I'm paying for one room.
Okay. I mean, as long as it gets paid for.
Luke, would you mind footing the bill for this room?
Since you were here.
Thanks, Luke. What a
Luke's
guy.
like, but of course. And here we go.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Okay. So, I would say at this point, we started to settle in for the evening. Is there anything that anyone wants to do? Since you guys
There is.
you are spread out amongst 3 rooms. Or you're in one room. What's going on?
I'm in line, but as soon as
Are we all talking as a group first?
We can meet up in someone's room.
Are you still drunk?
No. I drink the spicy water.
Spicy
That's
water.
right.
Everybody got spicy water.
That's right. That's
Yep.
right.
I would have gone to my room first. Did Samaria follow? As soon as the door shuts, Val's basically gonna turn to her. So what's the deal?
What do you mean?
The air of attitude that you have on you right now.
Don't I always?
More so than ever.
Didn't appreciate what you did in the throne room.
What, sitting in the chair?
No, well, not that either.
What, outing your death?
Doing it in front of everyone. Yes.
But they all knew.
You knew it would embarrass me.
I don't think I did.
You can't tell me that wasn't why you did it in front of everyone. I was trying to get you off of the throne.
Mm-hmm.
So you did what you needed to do to make me walk away.
Well, it was more of a cue-in than anything else. I mean, you said you were going to kill me. So I rebutted. You
With
off the bridge.
something that you actually meant.
What do you mean?
Look, I'm well aware that it was your occupation withholding information from people
Mm-hmm.
and getting information from people. Is this going to be the kind of relationship where you withhold information from me to use it at a later time against me? Because you did the same thing in the brothel.
If I was going to use information against you, it would be something a lot heavier than you dying.
But you did it, nonetheless. Twice now. Are you going to do it again? Is this something I should expect? Do you do it to
No, I
everybody
won't
else
do it
in the
again.
group?
Do I do it to everybody else in the group?
Yes.
I'm sure I have at one point. But not with ill intent.
Both of these times seem to be with ill intent.
Well, if that's the way you look at it, then I'll apologize for it.
Thank you. Don't do it again.
Noted.
I'm sorry, I've been cold. I didn't exactly have a chance to ask you about it.
What, the death?
No, the information. Withholding it, all of this.
Oh, okay. No, that information would be minuscule. For
I
anything that I
got
would use.
anything else for you to use.
I know you don't. Minus locket and running away, but I don't give a shit about that.
Should I trust you, Val, or not?
I don't think anybody should trust me.
To what extent can I trust you?
Anybody in the group can trust me.
Do I count as part of that?
I think at this point, yeah.
Very well.
We'll see what happens though when your people come.
Can you keep that from happening? With contacts?
Yeah, I mean we already started in Kessel, so
That's true.
I'll see what we can do here.
Good. I don't think the Queen's going to tell anyone, but I do want to talk to her again. Will you come with me?
See the Queen?
Yes. I just don't
Sure.
want to go alone, really.
She's harmless. Stupid, but harmless. Yeah, I'll go.
I'm going to talk about the monarchy like that. Don't do it in front of her.
She expects me to talk like that in front of her.
Don't.
Okay.
Thank you.
Unless you promise it.
All right. Is there anything happening in either of the other two rooms?
I was gonna go knock on the monk's room.
Okay, they would probably have it.
Monk club.
We're just like meditating.
Very exciting.
Come in.
I'll go in. Hi. We have a nice room. Very peaceful in here. Very peaceful.
I agree.
Is that tea? And flowers?
Yeah, would you like a cup? It's actually flower tea.
Oh. Sure.
Okay. Pour him a cup of tea.
Wow. Do I owe you anything for this? This is like better
Of
better
course
room
not.
service than I've had in the actual place we're staying at.
This is the best room.
It is. I agree.
It's so
No, I haven't
nice
been to Val's
just
room yet.
Be relaxed for once, just in a peaceful place.
Yeah, about that. Do we know what we're doing? Like, right now? After this night of rest?
Well, no, but we should talk about it. What do you think is next?
I don't know. It's up to everyone else, I suppose. My business is pretty much concluded.
Okay. We still need to. Where did the login know? Do you have it again? Okay. It is our next order of business destroying that locket,
Maybe.
or is there something we need to see to first?
Like I said, it's up to everyone else. Maybe we should just get together real quick and see what everyone thinks.
Okay.
And I'll just rush over to Val's room. Let's leave.
What?
Can I come in?
Yes.
Yes. We're having a group meeting about what we're doing next. Any thoughts?
Nope. I have a couple things. We gotta get you papers. And you wanna go see the queen.
Yes.
We have a few small things.
I thought you already got papers.
No, we left to get papers for me, but we couldn't find the person who makes them.
Oh.
It ended
Yeah,
up
that's
being
weird.
a huge waste of time.
Wait, you want to go back to see the queen?
Yes, I think so.
Why?
Oh, you weren't there. She knows who I am. I don't think she's going to tell anyone, but I would like to ask about my home. I haven't been back in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know what's happening, if everything's all right.
You don't think that they could sustain themselves without your
I
presence?
think they can,
Oh.
but I don't know what kind of effect the locket being gone might have had.
Ah.
And my family lives there. I want to know they're safe.
What? Do you know something else about that locket? Other than it
No.
can possess people?
Only what we've learned.
But you think it's powerful enough to affect the well-being of an entire city?
Well, Val had brought up the possibility of my father and other people in control in the city knowing what it did and not having told me. So, possibly. I don't know.
But if we go back there, you die.
Well, I don't want to go back necessarily right now. I just want to ask the Queen if she's heard anything. If she hasn't, good.
Well, I'll let you go talk to the Queen. I don't really want to talk to her anymore.
I understand.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Well, I guess based on that conversation, what, if your town isn't in trouble, what then?
I don't think that it will be. I hope that it isn't. I don't know. I'll stay until I'm not useful.
We still have Zethris.
We have a stone.
Who's that?
It's a
It was a
was a sentient something in a bow that belonged to Xena. Or rather, she belonged to it.
I think she belonged to it at that point.
It's cursed then?
It
Something?
was.
It was cursed. We tried to transfer the curse to a harmless object like a stone,
I'll reach into my bag and
but
I don't think it's there. I think the other party involved with how we transferred it may have taken it. Which isn't any skin off my back, but
It should be.
why I can't use it.
Someone running around with a cursed object. Doesn't bother you.
No.
Fine.
I honestly don't even remember his name.
It was a stupid question.
I don't remember his name or how we met him. I think he just overheard us talking at a bar.
Mm-hmm. I think.
That's really sketchy.
That does sound suspicious. Don't be saying it out loud like that.
Assume you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Is
have
she in
any?
my room all of a sudden?
Huh?
No, we're-
Yeah, we're still
fetched
over
them.
there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we
Oh,
were
did
still
you?
yeah, I thought we were in our own room.
Okay,
this
no,
whole
I thought you
time.
guys were coming over here with me.
I didn't think it either, but I'll
Okay.
say
Well, I'll
you
look behind me. If they're not there, then I'll run back to their room.
Okay, you get
ran back,
us.
fetched him.
Or I'll just stay there and just run between the rooms talking to everyone.
Alright, so we're here now.
Okay.
Vivian, would you mind? Could you go? No.
Is there anything that you want to do?
Nothing that's probably as important.
I mean, we have time.
It sounds like you have something on your mind.
Well, we did just defeat a really big demon, so that's like the ultimate good deed. And I don't know if my family still lives where I came from. I haven't seen them, and I kind of forgot about thinking about them until recently. All of your families have kind of come into the picture.
Where are they? Or where would you look?
I mean, I'm from Agora, but I don't know how to get there. I left when I was like 7.
Agora's not far from where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
We thought about sending a message.
I mean, as long as they're still alive.
I think she wants to go back.
I mean, depending on how far away it is, you could send a message to see if your family's still there.
Do you think they would be?
I would hope so. I don't know if they would want me to come back.
I'm sure they'd want you to come back.
I'm sure they want to see you. If my mother wanted to see me, your parents definitely want to see you.
Why do you say it like that?
I was surprised, let's just say, that she had any desire to see me whatsoever when I ran into her last.
Why?
She's an elf.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
My father would have liked you.
I would love to meet your father.
He was a high elf. Did not judge. Obviously.
You must have been the only one.
Maybe.
What does that mean?
It means high elves are judgy.
1 for 2. So far.
In my experience, high elves are judgy.
I came from a place full of widows.
How many high elves have you met?
Put upon.
How dare you generalize based on my race? How many high elves have you met?
Quite a few.
How many is quite a few?
Came through.
More than you can count on one
Thorin.
hand.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Thorin?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Well, we export quite a bit of, I don't remember, game or something, like, I don't know. Anyway, we're a major merchant city.
Trade
and
route.
so we had quite a few high
And this
elves
is where
consult.
your mother was from.
Yes, it's where I was born.
I see. So you wouldn't like to go back there?
We've already been back.
We unfortunately ended up having to go through there.
Mm-hmm.
It was better than I expected it to be, but that's not saying much. The way I was raised.
I just wish she would have accepted my flowers.
She's not much of a flower person.
Try next time.
I did throw them in her face.
Yeah, that probably did it.
Doesn't sound like there's going to be much of a next time.
She said not to give them to her.
My
so I
mother's
gave them
actually
to
here
her.
in town now.
Is she?
That's true.
Oh.
I was afraid that Euthorn would be attacked after we ran into Bisno there, and so I asked her to get out of town so that she would be safe.
Do we know if she ever got here?
Even though you hate her?
Yes, even though I hate her. I also love her.
Interesting.
For some reason.
Speaking of here, isn't Dane in Stonehaven?
Who's Dane?
Yeah.
It's the map maker.
Yeah, we should see if Dane has any updates for our maps.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Would definitely be worth
We could use
stopping by to see Dane.
a map of Orinthia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a map of Orinthia.
Why are you making that face?
What face?
Do you have a thing for Dane?
I didn't say that.
It looks like you do.
I just need another map made.
Is that what the kids are calling it?
What are you talking about?
You recently found out, actually.
Is that another term for it?
No. No, it's not.
Map making.
I should really
I
write
mean,
this
Making
down.
maps.
That's for you.
Making maps.
So we should see Dane before we leave town. You're going to go see the Queen.
You want to see your mom?
Yes. I would like to check in with her before I leave.
No.
I mean, she spent her entire life in Euthorn. I just hope she's doing better here. But I think it might be a hard transition for her, I don't know.
Well, you guys can go see the Queen, and you can see your mom, and I'll go see Dane, and Varian and Luke can go do something else.
I kind of wanted to go to the map shop. Should I not go to the map shop?
I would also like to go to the map shop, frankly.
You can say hello.
Very well. I suppose that can be our itinerary tomorrow. The map shop, seeing your mother, seeing the Queen, getting papers made. However that's going to happen. Is there someone else we can do it?
I myself just want to go by the town square
Oh
and
my gosh.
read stories and talk to anyone that comes near.
I think you can do that.
Oh, I
We
will.
will set you loose. You can do that.
Loose like the stars in the sky. The light up above.
Accurate.
I plan on
10 out
leaving.
of 10.
Actually, there is one person that I could go if I don't find Elvis. He's actually a high elf. Surprisingly.
There's a lot of high elves in the city.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's still here. Regardless.
When you speak to the Queen, do you mind asking about Agora to see if she knows?
No, I don't mind. You can come with if you like.
I mean, I guess so.
Are you nervous to see her again after the glasses incident?
I mean, I think she deserves those glasses to be broken. But she also didn't seem to know where they came from, so...
Oh, she was severely offended.
I don't know if she would care about my family.
She's the Queen. She's supposed to care about everybody.
Yeah, but they weren't like royalty or anything.
Doesn't matter.
She could probably get word for you. I doubt she would know anything when you see her, but she might be willing to do you a favor. I mean, she better be willing to do you a favor.
Is Agora a fairly large nation state?
It's a big agricultural...
She'll probably know how it's doing. Just by virtue of the fact that she rules it.
But not necessarily whether Samika's family still lives there.
My dad was the head of the council,
Oh,
so
well then she might.
I don't know if he'll still be there or have that job.
Was there some contention for it?
I messed up, and I remember the townspeople wanting me to be banished, and my parents didn't want that, so I just left.
Another runaway.
Not quite the same thing.
It seemed easier at the time for them.
It was a very brave decision. It takes bravery to do what's better for other people.
I didn't think I'd be away from them this long, though. I kind of thought maybe they'd come find me or something.
Well, hopefully, this means that what you did worked. Everything's gone back to normal now.
Maybe.
How did you mess up?
I didn't know how to control these orbs. It would start off with little things like in school I'd accidentally break a window or hurt somebody.
Do you know how to control them now?
Yeah, it's just there was a lot of, I remember people being sick. And there was this cart that was supposed to be sent to the neighboring city, and I destroyed it.
That sucks.
I'm sure they don't remember it now. How long has it been?
Like, over 70 years.
I'm sure they would be very happy to see you now.
I think so too.
Maybe them, but maybe not the rest of the town.
Well, they're probably all dead of old age, right?
Is that wood elves?
They're all wood elves.
No.
Good try, Varian.
We live forever.
Time to hit the old dusty trail.
I think you mean hit the hay. We haven't slept.
Huh?
We need to sleep.
Oh, no, I call it the
It's
dusty
been a
trail.
long...
You call it the hay. It's cultural differences. But I was also raised by a wood elf. I'm a high elf.
I don't think they're the same.
Explains a lot.
What does that mean?
Cultural joke. It's alright.
A drow joke?
We can tell them every now and then.
Sounds unlikely.
I'm gonna go hit the bed.
Okay.
Dusty trail, the hay. Fuck all of you. Then I'll walk out.
We're in your room.
We're in
Of your own.
Alright, I go to another room.
You just walk.
Just because now I'm just mad
Wait.
that I just made myself look like an idiot.
You're like, fine, I'm going to bed. You walk out of the room. There's a confused look.
Oh, wait. Oh, alright.
I'm gonna go finish up my pot of tea.
I'm just standing out in the hallway.
Are we doing? We'll go to the map maker first. We'll go to Dane's first and go from there tomorrow.
What time is it?
Suppose.
Bedtime.
Okay.
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 I'll go back to my room.
Are the rest of you doing that as well? Just going
I'm just
going to
walking
sleep.
So we literally in our room have like strung flowers up on the wall and have like it smells like just like flowers and like the best like tea in the world and we're just like in our happy place. Just
Nice.
for the record.
Sounds like a place I actually want to go to.
Yes.
I'm actually
Set new set ideas.
Oh.
Yeah. Just flowers and
Alright.
big pot of tea in the
Big
middle.
pot of tea.
Real tea.
The monk room.
The monk room.
I'm gonna catch Val actually if you're actually walking around the hallway just
I
waiting
am,
for people
yeah.
to vacate.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go catch you real quick. I vaguely remember talking about starting our own thing.
Mhm.
I think I'm serious about that.
Okay.
I want to show that you don't need to be born into power to do a good job.
Okay.
So, when you're talking to the queen, keep that in mind. See if she has any more favors to give.
Do you have any ideas for a place?
We do have one town that is more or less indebted to us. North on.
Mm-hmm.
We also have an empty fortress. Well, it was empty a year ago.
What was the name of that place?
More pants.
Mort Pants. Yeah, I think that's it.
Just ask.
It's not her continent, though.
Doesn't mean she doesn't know people on the other side.
True.
I think it's a different form of government over there.
Yeah.
But maybe she still has a pull. If not, we can just go talk to Lash.
Sure. Okay. I'll bring it up.
Good night.
Baron.
Hmm.
You good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hit the bed.
Don't.
Hit the shut eye.
Good night. I
Good night.
just walk past him and he's still talking.
hit the so as you're walking away, I'm gonna hit the what am I gonna hit? I'm gonna hit
I got it.
All right, then I'll say that you all go to bed.
Do we have time? Okay. Are you alright?
Am I alright?
Yes. I know I asked earlier, but we were in front of everyone and I know you may have lied.
I've been worse. I'll be fine now.
You seem nervous.
Well, of course I'm nervous.
How nervous are you? Just... It'll be better if I know the full extent of it. It didn't seem like the Queen was concerned.
She can put on a good face.
Do you think she was?
When dealing with this, I can't imagine why she wouldn't.
Yes, but she's talking with us.
She was. But I have a contact I'm going to try and reach out to see if we can get a real story.
Who?
An old contact.
From Black Spectre? I thought everyone else was dead.
2 of them were, yes. I didn't know of the 3rd. But when we were talking to the purple-haired lady...
Kian. She has a name.
Kian. I asked about it, and I think they're still alive.
Right.
So, if anybody has information, it'll be them.
Are you okay to do that?
I don't really have a choice right this second.
Okay. When you do, I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I won't let anything happen to you.
See what happens when I get more information.
Alright.
Just a quick shrug off. Okay.
I also... Well, as we walk back to the room, I'm literally gonna hit the bed with my hand, and then like to get under the covers, and then look up at Tatiana to see if she's sleeping, and then I'll be like, Tatiana.
Okay. Yeah, what's up?
Sleepover voices.
Exactly.
You guys are also in the room alone.
My mom's gonna hear.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. I'm gonna sit up on the bed.
I'm not supposed to tell anyone that happened,
Okay.
but I still have questions. And Val's not gonna answer them for me.
What do you want to know, Sneeko?
Well, you know that one night we were in the cave and you were confused while we were all hiding?
Oh, when
You were asleep.
people were like pulling pranks, and it was the night before we went up against Bisno.
Well, you know, I just got the ability to disguise myself, and Samaria and Val said they were going to go out patrolling. So then I put on my hood, and then I followed them.
Okay.
And then they were doing stuff.
Stuff?
I don't know how to describe it, but
Like,
Val, I guess, didn't care that I found out, but Samaria was pretty upset that I found out.
I knew it! Oh, I knew something was going on there. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I learned a little bit because we went to a brothel, the 3 of us.
You went to a brothel?
Yeah.
Together? The 3 of you?
Yeah.
And you learned what exactly?
About tools and smashing tools.
When you say you learned, was this more of a theoretical lesson or more of a practical lesson?
I didn't see anything.
Okay.
It was just a talk. But I think theoretically, technically I've already seen the practical version.
Oh no. In the cave.
Well, before we came back to the cave.
Outside the cave.
Yeah, outside of the cave.
Okay.
Everybody else?
I don't know. She was asleep.
But
Crazier things have happened.
So I guess I know the logistics of how that works, but I don't understand why people do that.
Okay.
Because Samaria said sometimes people do it because they love each other, but also because they don't love each other. And I asked them, and they didn't say that they loved each other.
So, you know that feeling when you are channeling your heat energy just right, and everything is coming together, and that feeling of the impact of your fist on someone, and it just feels right and satisfying?
That's what that feels like?
Is that not what it's like for you?
I'm losing it.
When you create a perfect orb.
I mean, sure, but how does that feel? How does that relate to patrolling?
What I'm saying is that satisfaction when it's just right. It's kind of what patrolling is like. That's why people like it.
Does just anybody do it? Do you have to, do you just go up to someone and ask them?
You should ask. And it's just when you want to connect with someone in that way and they want to connect with you.
So you only want to do it if you want to connect?
Yes. And it should be somebody that you like.
So they do like each other, they just haven't admitted it.
Oh, Val and Samaria, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This makes so much more sense because they said they did it.
Oh no, they're lying to themselves and everyone. I don't know that. Tatiana does.
Do you think there's some recommended steps that happen before you ask someone to patrol?
Sure, yeah.
Don't even do
I would recommend getting to know them a little bit. Trying out kissing them first and holding hands. And then
Holding hands sounds
and then
easy.
if it feels like it would be fun, then you can talk about, well, I wouldn't call it patrolling. But yeah.
Is it called something else? Is it because she brought up making a map earlier? Is it also called making a map?
It could be.
Is that just a code word?
I mean, you can just call it sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be confusing if I go up to someone and ask them if they want to go patrolling and it's not called patrolling.
Right. Yeah, that probably would be confusing because then they would say yes, but they would think you were talking about patrolling when you're actually talking about something else. So
that sounds awkward.
Yeah. Is there someone you were thinking about going patrolling with?
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay.
It's just gonna
Yeah, I'm the captain of that ship.
Okay. You guys going to bed?
Right.
Yeah, she's underneath the covers now.
I will laugh to myself and
she'll do a little.
I will get into bed. Sumiko, you can ask me anything anytime. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's here from under the covers. Okay.
And then she'll do a small prayer to Fred.
Okay.
And then go to sleep.
Cool.
She'll specifically be praying for tomorrow to go well.
Oh.
Alright.
She's all nervous.
The phrase
Furion.
"get hella laid" comes to mind.
I am going to go to town.
Oh.
And talk with all the people. I don't require sleep. You know that.
Are there going to be people out and about right now?
Yes.
I guess I don't need sleep either.
No.
Am I always the only one who has to sleep?
Where's the little dragon board?
I mean, I do have this form where I kind of sit down and just stare. But I don't sleep, no.
Okay. Well, don't stay out too late. Have yourself home by 11.
Use the stone if you need me.
Okay.
I'm going to go talk to people.
Have fun.
He walks out. And you are in the room alone.
I have Mel. I have Mel.
Okay.
Call Mel.
Hmm?
I'm gonna call Mel.
All right. A portal forms out of your headboard, and she pops out of it. Okay, and she kind of comes more out of the portal, coming onto your hand and then falling on the bed next to you. Her wings kind of extended, but she's not really moving. She's just like stretching. Just.
Do you have to sleep, Mel? So I'm not alone. That's good. Yes.
That's good.
Okay. Mel kind of lays next to you. And as you are sleeping, you at one point have a dream. It appears as if you are walking through like a field of grass. Now, as you're getting closer to like the different blades, you can see that they're changing colors as you're getting closer to them. They seem very green from afar, and they're very decayed by the time that you get to them. At some point in time, you start running, hoping to catch up with this like aging process, this death. As you're running, you come to a valley. There's a lake kind of in the middle of the valley, and you can see that out of it is an elven woman. She has long white hair, and she appears to be stepping out of the water as if she's coming up steps. She just kind of looks at you, smiles. Then you wake up. And as you do, you notice that in your room, Mel isn't there. There's no door to the room. And there aren't any objects or any other thing in the room besides the bed that you're in. It's an empty room. The other bed is still there, though. And you can see that there is another person in that bed. As they kind of move the covers off of themselves, you can see that they appear to be someone in their early teens. Their face and skin is a pale white that you've only seen one time before. And appears to be maybe a human woman. She has human traits. She could very well be an elf. You're not exactly sure. But she looks over at you. Is there something? Something wrong?
I don't know you.
Yeah, you do.
Who are you?
You named me Aram.
Oh, it's been a long time. I wasn't actually sure if you were real. Actually, I'm still not sure if you're real.
I don't know.
Where are we?
My home?
Have I been here before?
Yeah.
Last time I saw you, I was dead. Am I dead?
I don't think so. I think you're okay.
Pinch myself.
You don't feel anything.
That's not a good sign, Aaron. That's
Concerned.
I've just pinched myself and I didn't feel it. How's life been treating you?
It's okay. Been having fun.
Doing what?
Learning.
Learning is fun. Valuable things.
The things that you show me.
The things that I show you.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like how you talk to certain people and the kinds of things that you can do, that you're capable of.
You can see through me.
She then kind of points to the right side of the room. You can see that there are two mirrors. They look almost exactly similar, but they're made out of different kinds of wood. One is like a lighter brown that kind of has maybe algae kind of growing on it. So they're like splotches of green. But there's the one to the right, which is a darker brown. And she kind of points to it. Through that one.
I don't understand. You look through the mirror and you see what I'm doing. What is the other mirror?
I don't use that one.
Why?
I don't like it.
Is it close enough for me to look into?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're in bed right now. They're the two beds, but you could get up and go and look at it if you wanted to.
Yeah. I'll go over and look through the algae covered one. Just asking what's so bad about this.
Are you looking at it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She kind of almost runs over and stands in front of it. Don't look through it.
My curiosity is piqued. Aaron, what am I supposed to do? Can you tell me why?
I don't like the things that it shows.
Is it still me?
Sometimes.
Are they things that I've done? This is a very confusing place.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I didn't ask to be here. I'm just here.
How did you get here?
I don't remember anything from before.
What have you seen through this mirror that you don't like?
At this point, you can see that she is kind of just staring towards the ground. She seems to be at a loss for words, and she just steps away and like sits on the bed and kind of just looks down at her lap.
I'm gonna look through the mirror if she's not in front of it.
Okay. As you look through it, you see a series of images. It appears as if these are events that haven't happened yet, but possible future events. You can see that it starts with kind of different kind of dreams. These dreams turn into nightmares, and eventually you seek solace in members of the court that are in the Fae, and learning to try and suppress these thoughts as they were starting to affect your link to your druidic powers. Eventually, you manage to strike a deal with someone who seemed trustworthy. Now, all these things are kind of happening at once, so it's a bit difficult to get a lot of specific information, but you're kind of seeing this and it's painting a picture for you. You strike a deal, you gain power from it, and you see yourself on this trip for revenge. You can see yourself killing your brother. And then kind of seeing yourself from his eyes. You can see that there is some sort of spirit that is kind of emanating from your body. Your eyes seem glossed over. And as he's about to say something, kind of on the ground, writhing in pain, you stab him like through the throat. And just looking at this, you can also the mirror kind of like shakes too when that happens. You then see years and years passing. You can see that you are in the Feywild and you are actively kind of fighting other creatures. It seems that you're in some sort of war. And then it stops.
The things that you see in this mirror, Niram, are necessary things, I feel. I'm sorry that you don't like them.
They just scare me.
They scare me too. But just because something scares you doesn't mean you can't take care of it. I'll just turn the mirror around and face it toward the wall. I'll try to be a good role model for you, I guess. But you're not gonna like everything you see.
She goes back over to the mirror, Turns it back around. Look again.
I'll look again.
This time, again, kind of like before, you see like a quick slideshow of images. You can also see that you're not particularly sure what was going on, but you can see that you wake up at that same location that you did when you died. You're kind of drifting in the sea. You see that there is kind of a light that's deep underwater. You're swimming towards it, and as you hit, and it engulfs your body, you wake up again, and you now see that you're in a room kind of similar to this one in like shape. You can see yourself coming through the door, putting your hand on. You can't see a face. You just see that you're putting your hand on this person's head. You can see that the entirety of the bed and the person are lighting up in flames. The next thing that you see is you see that your friends around you, currently you are in the center of this perimeter that they're forming. The next image that you see is you delivering a killing blow to Aaron. And as that one happens, she turns it around. Is this necessary?
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
For all I know, you're just a figment of my imagination.
That's not very nice.
Forgive me for not understanding this situation.
Forgive me for not understanding. I'm just here.
Do you sleep?
No. But I dream.
Me too. I feel that I need to get some sleep, even if this is a dream. I feel like I'm sleeping well if it is. And I need my rest for what's going to happen tomorrow and the day after. But I look forward to talking to you again without fire. And I'll just gesture over to her bed and offer to tuck her in.
Please. Cool.
And just pat her on the head and go back to my bed.
Alright. Do you try and get some sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And when you wake up, you wake up, you see that Mel is next to you. Lute appears to be just kind of sitting in the middle of the bed, just staring at the wall. He's like, "You're up."
I am. Oh, what time is it?
10:59. I just got in.
Wait, PM? Okay.
You said before 11.
I see what you did there. I envy your sprightness. Now get up. Is anybody else up? Like, of course you all are. You don't fucking sleep. It's fine.
We've been awake for a while, but
Good
we
morning.
thought you could use the rest.
Is everyone still in the inn?
I guess so.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's get going. Let's do some stuff.
Does he sound weird?
So I'm very tired because I had one of those stressful dreams. So it's like you didn't sleep at all because you were too busy being stressed.
You're surprisingly okay. However, you do feel a deep, kind of throbbing pain in your chest.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Is it emanating from the stone?
I would say it's kind of it's kind of the epicenter, but you can feel it all throughout.
Anyone else having any chest pains or anything?
Did you ask that through the stone?
Yes, I did.
Finger thing. Damn it.
No, are you okay?
This feels a little bit painful.
Put him down.
What was that?
Nope, I'm fine. Good.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it'll just wear off over the next few hours.
That's not funny, Val.
Okay.
Speaking of player question, how'd he sleep?
Oh, probably terrible.
Did he sleep?
He was probably on and off through Lith most of the night. I mean, he got his 4 hours. It might have taken him 8, but
There was some moments of relaxation there.
mm-hmm.
Spread throughout.
In that case.
His eyes would have been closed the whole time.
Are you all meeting up?
Nope.
Yeah.
Just waiting in the hall.
But before the two of us exit the room, I'm just gonna, Tatiana, don't tell him I told you. I don't want them to be mad at me.
I won't say a word.
That's gonna be tough.
The worst secret keeper in the world.
Do you pinky promise?
Knocking over lights.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have put the flower lining so close to the bed.
Exactly.
Okay. Then you all walk out. And where's the first place that you guys are gonna go?
Mapmaker?
Danes.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'll say you get to Dane's and you kind of open the door. See that he is preoccupied, seems to have another customer. It's a pretty big order. So they have like a large carrying case for different like scrolls and things. And he seems to just be filling them up. And as he's doing that, his customer is like making sure that there's enough money in the bag that's being given to him. And kind of looks up and sees you all. Smiles. That's where we're gonna take a break.
Great.
So we'll be back at 7:06.
I'm excited.
7:06.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's a long
That's a long
time.
break.
6:36.
6:36.
We'll be back
10
in 30 minutes.
y'all.
Don't go anywhere. I was like, dude, it's not 7 o'clock yet.
Cut me a break.
Man.
All right, yeah, 6:36. Thank you for actually saying that.
Yeah.
So that someone doesn't come back
People are
like,
missing
no.
20
what?
minutes of screen, yeah.
What is going on?
We were just at Danes and now they're dead.
Would not surprise me.
Yeah.
All right. Hello. Hello again. We are back from outer space. Okay.
Wow.
So.
I got the Gloria Gaynor reference. It's okay.
So.
If it was only me.
You guys are now walking into Dane's shop. And he kind of looks up. It's like he just looks back down and continues to help out his customer. But the guy leaves, walks past you, this big bag in tow, a half elf. And excuse me, walks on by. It's like, hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Where is Sumiko standing in the room right now?
She's like stealthed her way into behind a bookshelf or a corner.
You like got okay. So I kind of look around for her, and then
Yeah, she'll definitely be trying to sneak
sure
around the
where she
store
is.
and not be noticed right now.
I'm doing fine and dandy. I keeping all of my shelves nice and dusted.
they look great.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun here.
Mm-hmm.
Been meeting some people, and I just met this young gentleman the other day, and we talked history for like 3 hours. It was invigorating.
That sounds so invigorating.
How'd you make a character based on my husband before you?
You, I don't think we've met.
Oh, should I have the hat on? No. Okay. I don't believe we have.
It's a weird thing to say to me.
Sorry. I don't believe we have.
Oh,
I'm Samaria, and you are?
I'm Dane.
Dane. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
I've
heard you make maps.
I make maps. I'm also a historian.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Are you into history?
No.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
Well,
I've lived through some of it, but I'm not fond of books.
I see. That's a problem. A lot of things were written down and chronicled through the ages of time. I love history. All right.
Can I
What-
look
what-
for
what can I do?
Sumiko?
You can look. Yeah.
Just like, can I make like a perception check? If she's really, are you really like stealthing right now?
I'm really trying to hide
Okay.
in the store.
Because I
Just make a stealth check for me.
Cool, I can do that.
Oh my goodness.
Which dice I want to use?
Oh, not very good.
Yeah.
11.
Make a perception check, sir.
do I have to if it's below my passive?
I would say yes for this.
Okay. That's a fine. Wow. 12.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
Because she is actively trying to
I
hide.
rolled a stupid 3.
I rolled a stupid 4, so.
And you can see that she is currently behind, like, there's your 3 rows of books. And she is kind of behind the first one. But her leg is kind of hanging out and she's kind of looking over.
Can I tell that she's trying to stay out of sight for some reason?
You can see that she's crouched. And she keeps kind of looking over to her bag and saying, shh.
I'm gonna look somewhat concerned and try to just act like I'm looking around, but go her direction. And when I get over there, I'm just gonna like crouch down really quick and peek over the same way that she's peeking over. What are we doing? Do we not trust Dane now?
Shh.
I can take care of this. Just tell me what to do. Okay. I'm very confused.
Go back to the group.
That's a very strange tactic.
Where are you?
I'm behind some books. It's fine.
Why?
No reason.
But I thought we were getting a map.
I think Dane is dangerous.
No,
What?
he's not dangerous.
So
Dane,
He's
dangerous.
He doesn't seem dangerous.
He's definitely not dangerous.
Don't we have something for him?
Do we have something for him?
Samiko, I think you should talk to Dane about the maps we need.
Can't one of you do it?
I think you've held on to our current map and you have the best ideas about maps. So, I think you should talk to him.
Fine.
Okay.
She's not gonna go up there. She'll move up like one shelf.
So, Dane, Samiko was telling us how great the last map that you made for us was, and
Yeah, and can you tell it? Did she like it?
oh yeah, she loved it.
Oh, golly.
So
That just gives me the warm fuzzies inside. I just, man.
so she wanted us to come here and see if you could make us another one.
I can make her a lot of maps.
I'm not quite sure where she's gone though, because I know she knows the exact specifications that we need. You know, and she always has those nice extra touches like the cat finder and everything.
You know,
So-
I thought we, made a connection. I thought we were friends.
So would you say that you thought you two were connected?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I think she feels the same way.
Huh.
So, just find her,
Definitely intriguing.
Samiko.
Tatiana, look behind you. I'm just gonna pop up. We're over here.
Gods, they're like children.
Grabbing
See
a
it.
book off the shelf.
see a cat tail from behind the bookcase, and there's two heads that are poking up over it, and now a book that's covering one of the faces.
What kind of books do you have over here? Can you show me?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go take a look.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, he kind of walks over. All right, well, this is. Oh,
Oh,
hello.
it's Varian and Samiko.
Hi, Sumiko.
Hello. I'm just reading this book you have right here.
The Evolution of Rats. It's a good one.
Just gotta make sure that Lily's fed correctly.
Well, mice are actually better than rats. Rats carry a lot of disease and wouldn't want anything to happen to Lily.
I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, mice are 17% less likely to have those kinds of diseases.
Good.
Well, I'm just gonna go look at your books over there while you guys discuss the details of the map. I'll just be right over there if you need me. Come on, Varian.
Oh, okay. You say the word, and I will take him down.
It's fine.
Varian,
I don't
think
need
it's
another
dangerous.
Xena.
I think she's hiding because she doesn't want to embarrass herself in front of him.
Which won't happen.
And then
You guys should just stop talking.
not through the stone. How many more times are we going to have this talk with your teammates? I mean, but Sumiko didn't know. Varian apparently doesn't know.
Oh, I don't think Varian doesn't know. Right, Varian?
Doesn't know what.
Yeah.
Exactly, doesn't know what.
I don't know what. I don't know what.
I assume you're not trying to go home with the map maker.
I don't know if they're quite to the go home level yet, but you know, there's a little something there. You can see the chemistry. They're both like
That's what I'm saying.
awkward.
Oh.
He kind of
But they're the
like
same kind of awkward.
takes a book, hands it to you. That's a good one too.
I can see it.
Sumiko, didn't you have something for Dane?
Yes. Yes.
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, geez, I didn't bring anything. I wasn't prepared. I didn't know you were coming today. I would have gotten you something too.
That's okay. I don't need anything. It was fine. I just picked it up. I didn't spend any money on it. I just thought you would like it.
It almost cost her life.
That is technically true.
Why did you get that?
We may or may not have defeated a really, really, really big demon.
A Baylor.
Yeah,
Wow.
one of those.
Let's
Write
go.
that in your history books.
Let's go over to the table. Let's take a seat and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
But Tatiana internally.
Yeah.
Since you're standing close enough to answer, are you going with them?
No.
Okay, I just ask. So they go over and sit down. So, a demon, you say?
Mm-hmm.
What did you find out? What happened?
This is the part where you give him the sword.
I'm just gonna pull out I think it's a dagger.
It is.
And give it to him.
Oh. Ooh.
That's from the battle.
Wow.
There was only 8 of us. 8 of us that survived.
Where? Where was this battle?
The Edge of Ender.
There isn't a name for this battle yet. It just happened.
Yeah, you should come up with a name.
The Battle of the Lords of the Edge?
That sounds perfect.
Or the Battle of the Edgelords?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a tough decision. I think you should decide since you're the historian.
Battle of the Edgelords it is. It's like, I can't wait to touch that later.
Don't sell it.
I would never.
Costs a lot of lives.
Unless the price was reasonable. But this I wouldn't, because you gave it to me. And it almost cost you your life. Don't do that again.
I'll try not to.
Don't.
Why?
Because you're one of my fine customers, and
I see.
I need to be able to make maps for you for a very long time.
That's very reasonable.
And you might have history questions, and you need to be alive to ask questions.
Also true.
You can't ask questions if you're not alive. So you have to stay alive to ask questions, and I'm the history guy, so you can ask. Stay alive.
Right. Aren't there a lot of historians in the world, though?
So, in the fight, what? You said you wanted the map?
Yeah. We need a map of Arenthia.
Okay. Arenthia.
Also, could you make 1 or 2 of the map you already made of mine so people will stop trying to take it?
You know,
It doesn't need to have the cat finder on it.
you know, I'm not going to say that I'm intuitive or I can see into the future, but I felt like this was going to be a thing, so just in case you did come back, I did make more. Hold on.
Perfect.
He runs over to the counter, as you can see, comes out with like 5 more of these maps. Just brings them over, puts them down on the table.
They're beautiful.
Thank you. You didn't even open them, but thanks.
I assumed I opened them, but now I'm opening them.
Yeah, I really appreciate that feedback.
Do you mind if I stick around while you make the Arenthia map?
I don't mind at all. It could take a long time, though.
Okay.
Are you okay with a long time?
Yeah, are you okay with a long time?
I'm okay with a long time.
Okay. I might have to speak to the queen first, though, so I might have to come back. May not be right this very second, but immediately after I can come back over here.
Should I wait to start until you come back? I can show you the process.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cartography is really interesting. Then I guess I'll see you in a jiffy. All right.
And she's gonna adjust her hand out.
Angel dance.
They shook hands. That's not the same thing.
I think it's the same thing for her.
I should have specified
Probably.
when I was telling her
Okay,
about it.
I'm gonna go now. I'll be
Me
back.
too.
I'll be
Bye.
back.
Bye.
Yeah, a little bit. She got some
Okay,
questions.
guys. Here's these maps.
Questions about what?
About I'm taking her to a brothel, apparently.
Okay, that was
So she needed.
I assumed that would
Obviously,
come up.
there were some follow-up questions.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were looking for someone who was supposed to be able to make papers for me, but
Oh, well, this.
yes, we were told that we could find him in a brothel, potentially. So we went to
We
ask
walked up to
questions.
Wow.
I was walking up
then-
to the group.
And then Suriko and Val happened in the brothel. As I'm sure you can assume, their personalities did what their
Oh,
personalities do.
right.
At this point, you notice that
happened.
Sumiko is right behind you.
Yes. How did it go?
I held his hand like this.
I
It's
saw
more
that.
like you shook it.
Yeah, that's what I did.
It's not the same thing.
There's more than one way to hold a hand.
We're getting there.
I will slip my hand in Sumiko's. Like, try it like this next time.
Okay. I can see the difference. I can feel the difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Luke with us?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's
Were you gonna
entertaining
hold
people.
it?
No.
Anyways, we have these maps of Santil, and
Oh,
I
good.
will come back later to help with the map for Arenthia. After we
Sounds
speak to
like
the
a date.
queen. I guess so.
Couldn't think of a way I'd want to spend a date making maps.
Oh, that was
Cool.
sweet. You really tried that time.
I did.
Do you not like maps?
Don't. Just let it be.
Yeah, like
Is there something wrong with making maps?
no. Everybody needs one.
It's a very good use of your time today.
Dane's gonna walk back up.
Oh,
Yeah. So is there anything else I can help any of you out with?
Oh, I thought we were walking away at this point.
We're still in the store.
Yeah,
We're still in the store.
Still in the
Okay.
store.
No,
I think
we're
that's it.
good.
All right. You have a good day.
You too.
Have a good day. And may your journey. Have a good day.
Have a good day, bud.
Bye.
Sumiko's gonna
Goodbye,
take
Dana. It was
out
very
her
nice to
notebook
meet you.
and write down like "see you later," and then like sign it with an S and like fold it. And she'll walk over there and she'll try to hold his hand the exact same way as Tatiana and like slip it in his hand and then immediately leave.
Okay.
Ooh.
Romance.
Ooh.
It's like a.
Yep. And well, I guess long enough for him to feel the paper. And then, obviously, so it doesn't just hit the floor.
It's like a beginner drug
Deal.
She wouldn't have experience with that.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right.
Keep
So
following Valor.
Stick around.
you all leave,
Mhm.
and where's your next destination?
We're going to see the queen.
Your mom's house?
If you're going to see the queen, I probably shouldn't join you. So I could go visit my mother while you go see the queen.
That's fine.
Seeing her fills me with rage. So
Same with the queen with me. Heh. Cool. Let's go.
it's just like that.
Yeah.
Would you like to stay?
Hmm?
Would you like to stay and also visit Tatiana's mother?
Oh no, any shots I can get at the queen, I'll gladly go to the queen. I'm gonna be good. Unless prompted. We've talked about this.
Varian, would you like to come with me to see the queen?
Thus.
With me?
Yep.
Sumiko, where would you like to go?
You don't have to.
I'll see the queen, and then I'm gonna come back here.
In that case, you might as well go with Tatiana. I'm not going to be alone.
Her mom doesn't like me either.
My mom doesn't like anyone.
I think she likes you more than me.
She would probably like you.
She would definitely not. She does not definitely like me more now.
You didn't throw flowers in her face.
Racial differences.
I can really go and see her alone if everyone wants to go talk to the queen. It's fine.
Do you need some
Backup.
some backup?
I feel like maybe we should just stick together.
Okay.
So we flip a coin to see where we go.
It's seeming that way to me.
That's fine with me. Other than, I'm sure it'll be fine.
We should go see your mom then. Right now.
Okay. Yeah, I think she's nearby.
Yeah, I have no idea where she is.
How long do you think we'll be gone?
Not long.
Oh,
You'll be back in time to make a map.
map making.
I'll just make sure, and this is when I'll go over to put the note in his hand.
Okay. Cool. He was he still had the door open, kind of waving, even though none of you were looking.
We're all just talking.
I see as he coming over. He's like, oh, he closes the door. Slowly, not like slamming it in your face or anything.
Like his head's like.
Poor Dane.
After speaking with Trixon, you do know where your mother is staying. She is actually renting out a small kind of loft that's part of a store. Now, the store is not open today, but you know where it is. I'd say it would take you guys about 15 minutes walking to get there. This is actually it's a magic shop. It's specifically like tomes and scrolls, and it's just called the Tomes of Tanya. Yes, but the door is currently locked because, as I said, it's closed.
Okay, so there isn't like a separate entrance up to her loft. It's actually through the shop.
You can check.
I will look for for a separate entrance.
Okay. So as you walking around the perimeter, you do see that there is a separate entrance in the back of the shop.
Okay. I'll check the door.
Currently locked.
Okay, I'll just knock.
Okay. You kind of hear a slight shuffle. Hold on. After about a minute, the door opens and you can see she looks a bit healthier. She looks like she's been eating a bit more, stressing a lot less. Her hair, her long red hair is like really red. It's like shining, glowing almost. And she doesn't have on her armor, which is kind of rare for her. She has like comfortable issues, like safety issues, security issues. But she doesn't have it on. She just has on like a long gray shirt that's cut off at the elbows.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Hello, Mother.
Hello.
You look well.
Thank you. Say the same for you.
Thank you.
Did we follow you?
Yeah, we all stuck together, right?
Yeah.
So we're all here. I have this ridiculously good tea that I got from a friend. If you want to just catch up for a minute.
Come in.
Okay.
She kind of lets you in. You see that this door leads to like a one floor. It almost could be an apartment for multiple people. It's actually a little bit nicer than the house that she was staying at in Uthoran. There are 2 bedrooms. There's a kitchen and just like a pretty big living room space. You can see that there might have used to have been a partition that separates the living room from the dining room. That's been taken off. So it's just like a large living area. There are trinkets and stuff on the wall that you recall from your childhood, but the place is rather empty because of how fast she had to move in and everything. But there are like it's carpeted in a very small area, a very small portion of the dining room. As you can see, that's where she has like some of the plates and stuff. She just sits on the floor.
Okay.
As she goes over and sits against the wall.
So she doesn't have furniture?
No.
Oh. Aw. Does she have like floor cushions or anything? Nothing? Okay, cool. I'll go start the stove and start making tea. Yeah, I just wanted to check and see how you were doing with the move into town. How's it been? I know you were nervous about leaving that
It's been all right.
Uthoran. Okay.
It's been all right. I'd say I definitely get some looks here and there, but
Here?
yeah.
What kinds of looks? What do you mean?
I don't know, just people look at the scars and such that I have, and I don't know, they just give me looks. But it's
Do you miss the constant judgmental stares of the townsfolk of Uthoran?
No. I'm just saying. You asked me how it's going, and I'm telling you.
Have you made any friends in town?
I made one friend.
Really? Tell me about them.
His name is Dayton.
His name?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
You can have friends of the male gender.
I know.
So
I'm just saying you didn't have a lot of options in Uthor, given everything.
yeah,
For mail company.
sure.
Anyway, go on. Tell me about him.
He's nice. He's brings me to it's like card gatherings with his friends. We just play cards and drink. And yeah, that's about it.
Sounds fun.
So you have fun now.
It's weird. I never thought I'd have so much time.
You did work hard back then. How are you doing in terms of taking care of yourself? I see you haven't furnished your place yet.
Oh, I like it empty.
Oh. So you don't need, I don't know, a couple of platinum to
Are you offering?
help get started? Yes, I'm
I mean,
offering.
if you're offering. No, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay.
I have what I need.
Okay.
I have a bed in there. You know, I barely ever spend any time here. Between like hanging out or I have a job now.
What are you doing for work?
Well, it's kind of contract work, but it is I'm guaranteed work. But the job is sometimes different. Like one time I got hired to wrangle pigs.
Okay. So you work through some kind of an agency to complete jobs.
Yes. You'd thank Trixon for that. He managed to like make me meet this. I forget his name. Anyways, Trixon helped me out, so that was nice.
Good. Well, I'm glad that you're doing well.
Thank you. How are you?
I didn't die, so better than expected.
I'm glad you didn't, if that means anything.
It does.
I hate going to funerals.
Well, I would hate to inconvenience you with something like that, so.
I'm good. Good. Then I raised a smart young lady.
Thank you, Mother.
How's that tea coming?
I start pouring people cups and handing them out. Try that. Let me know what you think.
Not bad. Could use a little sugar though.
Do you have some?
No.
Oh. Okay.
So, this thing that I needed to come here for. Is it taken care of?
It's taken care of. But you'll be staying here, right?
I guess. Everything seems okay here.
Good.
So I don't have to hunt all day and night. My swords can get some rest.
Oh, speaking of swords, check this out. And show her my tool of the monastic, because I think she'll appreciate it as a hunter. So I'm just gonna pull out the sword version.
Oh.
Wait for it.
I want to...
Okay, sure.
Okay. Why is it shaking like that?
I'll show you. And then I'm gonna.
It's not shaking anymore.
So cool.
Sword gloves?
Yeah, and it also does this.
Spear?
Yeah, spear version. I start spinning it around.
Interesting.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, where can I get one of those?
Well, you only have to pass a grueling, emotionally and physically challenging monastic trial that almost kills you and all of your friends. And then I'm sure you could get one too.
First, you have to talk to the dragon.
Right. If the dragon likes you.
I feel like that's a story of my life. I should already have one. Minus the dragon. That's the only thing I'd have to do.
You haven't encountered a dragon yet?
No.
Well, hopefully you never do.
One time I thought it was a dragon. It was just a very, very big owl. It was huge.
Wow.
We killed it pretty fast, though. It's dead.
Good job.
It's never coming back.
Good.
So, I can't help but notice this spunky one. I forget her name. Where is she?
Ixina?
Sounds familiar.
She didn't make it.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is.
I was going to ask if she went out like a warrior, but that's inappropriate. I'm trying.
She did.
Okay. I got my answer, and I didn't have to be rude. Is that why your new friend is here?
No. Our new friend, do you want to introduce yourself?
Should this also be my real person? We can trust your mother, I'm sure.
Sure, I just wanted to leave it up to you, which is why I didn't say one way or another.
Okay. I am Samaria by Sanriel.
She goes to shake. Redelia. Redelia.
It was very pleasant to meet you.
Thank you.
She helped us defeat the demon that I warned you about.
You're a formidable fighter, then.
I suppose.
She is. She's very powerful.
Thank you.
There's something about you that makes me a little uneasy. Maybe it's because you're a high elf. I'm not sure. I just thought I would voice that.
Why?
I mean, that was a little rude, but
Shit.
I understand.
People are so sensitive.
I get it.
Yeah. You seem like you would. You do. You seem it.
Oh.
You look like a real I don't give a shit about anyone kind of person.
I get that too.
What does I don't give a shit about anyone look like?
Val.
Well, before you insult any more of my friends,
That wasn't an insult to me.
Oh, okay, good.
Compliment.
Is there anything else that you need?
I don't need anything. I'm fine.
Okay.
Everything is fine.
All right. Well, enjoy your card games.
Can I talk to you alone?
Sure. Excuse us.
I guess we leave, because this is a tiny place.
She could bring you into
There are
her
bedrooms, right?
bedroom.
Okay.
Okay. She closes the door.
I'm just like, ugh. You can breathe now.
She's a bit intolerable is the word that comes to mind.
We got along just fine.
That's not a nice thing to say about someone.
Not if it was anything she said.
You just said she was intolerable.
Yes, but she's not in the room.
This is why they say high elves are judgy.
I'll agree with Sunigo this one time.
I think everyone is tolerable.
Mm.
Yeah,
Not
there
everyone
is.
is nice.
It's past.
And we're past it.
Tatiana,
Yes.
I don't know if this place is the safest for me.
Why?
Well, no one ever comes to you, Thorin. And a while ago, I did something that people might be interested in knowing where I am.
What did you do?
It was a long time ago. It doesn't matter. We don't.
Sounds like it might matter if you're in danger here, the place that I brought you to keep you safe.
We don't have to talk about it. I just need maybe a place without any elves. Thorn was nice because we just stick to ourselves and no one ever visits or anything. But a place like this, the traffic that comes in, the Queen being here, I just feel like it's going to catch up with me.
Mother, what did you do?
This doesn't leave this room. Promise. Tatiana.
I might need to tell my companions depending on...
Tatiana.
Hey, I won't tell anyone.
Promise.
Okay, I promise.
Okay. A while ago, like a long time ago, before you were born, I used to live in a town, a village, and I was known for being strong. I mean, you know me.
Right.
And a big city nearby, well, not that close. It's a bit of a commute. Basically was interested in making some kind of alliance or trade deal. Now, they agreed under the terms that I would be forced into a marriage. Obviously, I wasn't very happy about that.
Were you some kind of ranking something in your village?
No. I hate nobility and rank.
I know.
I was just a person who liked to fight.
Why were they bargaining with your life?
Because sometimes in this world, people think of you, especially as a woman, as property, as chips that can be used in this long-lasting game of chance. So instead of seeing me as a person, I was a part of this truce, this agreement.
Okay.
A bullet point. I went along with it because what am I going to do? Let everyone down? I was younger, less confident, and I thought this was the right thing. So, this man, I married him, and we had a child. I didn't have to carry the child, though. Well, I was told that the child didn't make it. So as soon as I found that chance to leave, I did. When I originally became pregnant, I felt like the shackles had tightened. When I was told that there was a high chance that they wouldn't make it, and then to be told, that's when I left.
Good.
However, they treat deserters very harshly. So, I've had my run-ins. I've avoided as much as I can. I just think being here might put me back in the line of fire.
How would they recognize you all these years later?
You'd be surprised with elves.
And would they still care?
You'd be surprised with elves.
What if we could get you an assumed identity?
I think you'd have to change everything about me. I think it goes beyond just my name. I'm sure that if someone that I've seen before, someone who might have been in that task force, or they would know me.
Is this why it took you so long to leave Thorin?
It's part of it. I just always felt safe there. I think that the nobles think of the villagers in Thorin as barbarians, savages.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of are.
In fairness.
Yeah. But I could guarantee that no one would ever visit Thorin. And the only reason that I left is because you were pushing so hard for me to.
It's been so good for you not to be there, though.
It has.
There's another town in Arenthia that we have a certain amount of favor there. We did them a pretty big favor. So, would that be far enough away? I mean, it's not a huge city center like Stonehaven is.
I don't know. I think influence influence stretches far. So I don't know. I just know that it might not be the safest for me here.
Well, I want you to be safe. But I also want you to be able to have fun.
I guess I was never been destined to have either. I mean, both at the same time.
Oh.
You can see that she's kind of tearing up. She just like wipes her face really quick, kind of moves her face over so that you can't like trying to obscure it from your vision.
What is this town?
It's okay. I'm gonna figure it out. I always do.
I know you can take care of yourself, and I know you can figure it out, but who is it that's after you?
You promised it doesn't go anywhere. You promised.
Okay.
I would avoid this place like the plague. Kangron.
I knew it. Okay, that's not Tatiana's reaction. Okay, you're from Kangron.
I'm not from Kangron. That's where I ran from.
You ran from Kangron.
I'm originally from Maj Taman. That's where our roots lie.
And you think they would still be after you?
Trust me. They hold grudges.
Okay. Watch your back. I know I don't need to tell you that. At least let Trixon know if you go anywhere and where, so that I can keep tabs on you. And if I get a chance...
Shouldn't the mother be keeping tabs on the daughter?
We've never exactly had a traditional mother-daughter relationship, have we?
I think it's better than all of the other ones. They do a lot of
It's a matter of opinion.
They do a lot of talking and things don't get solved.
All that wasted affection and love.
It's a good thing we're like this.
I agree. Anyway. Yeah. If there's anything I can do, I think I may run in with Kangron sooner or later.
You shouldn't. I just said that.
Well, I managed to get myself in a variety of kinds of trouble, so.
But just don't. Like, just don't go there.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
6. You got it, Mom.
Okay. I warned you.
Like I told you, be careful and tell Trixon where you go if you decide that you need to pick up again.
These are vicious elves we're talking about.
Oh, I know. I mean,
they probably treat you the same that they treat me.
They would probably treat me worse.
I don't know about that. Deserters are less than dirt in their eyes.
Even less than a half-elf?
Mm-hmm. Surprising, I know. But it's something about people wanting to leave and better themselves that they just hate. Sorry, I'm upset.
Kind of a twisted society.
I think so as well. You can see why I left.
Yes, I completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye out.
Next time, let's just keep it at, I'm okay. Thanks. All right, Mother. I won't ask any further. I'll take your words at face value. Wow, daughter. You're a good daughter.
Aww.
You're strong in you. You're good at daughtering.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Next time.
Next time.
Because then we don't have to have this whole conversation.
No,
and, you know,
all of the talking and
Yeah,
the
yep.
feelings.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna leave now.
Meeting adjourned.
Yes.
She kind of shakes it. Brings you in.
Oh, okay. Unexpected.
One pat.
I'll awkwardly place my hand upon her shoulder and then drop it.
It's kind of awkward. It's weird.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. Not used to it. That was a really nice try. Anyway, let's go.
She stays in her room, and you see you see Tatiana coming out of that bedroom. What's your face looking like?
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Is everything alright?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
You don't look alright.
Mm-hmm. No, everything's fine.
Okay.
I know that feeling.
Everyone here's a vampire.
We can get out of here now.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that she was okay, and she's more or less okay. So
Alright.
she plays cards now.
So we heard.
I think it's a big thing for her. It's good. But yeah, I'm ready to get as far away from her as possible. So let's just go.
Okay. We leave.
Mm-hmm. Anyone doing or say anything on the way to the Queen? To the Queen? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, going
Okay.
to the Queen. Yeah. Yes.
So as you guys are walking, does anyone have any conversation? Is there any conversation going on? Or are you guys just trying to get there ASAP?
Samaria,
Yes.
what exactly was your role in Kangron again?
I am a duchess. My father is one of the two leaders of Kangron.
What kind of responsibilities come with being a duchess? What did you do?
Oh,
Where did you learn to fight like that?
in the military,
Oh, okay.
it's expected that everyone in the nation serve at some point. I spent more time than others, I think.
What kinds of things did you do in the military?
I trained other people, but I was special forces as well.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, I'm just curious.
Alright. It was very kind of your mother to compliment that. Or rather, kind of you to compliment that
Oh,
in front of your mother.
of course. Credit where it's due. And she respects nothing more than fighting prowess. So.
Understandable.
So if you were still in Kingron, would you be going on the kinds of missions that you're now running away from?
What do you mean?
The way that they are searching you out to try and bring you back.
Perhaps. Probably not me, though.
Okay. That's not a special forces kind of duty.
It's a very special forces kind of duty.
Oh. Okay.
I probably wouldn't be tasked with that, though.
Interesting.
Are you asking because you're worried that people are coming for me?
Yes.
Val
Just
has-
trying to understand what we'll be up against.
Val has told me that he can keep them off of our trail to an extent, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you do that?
It's putting a word out there that if people come asking questions, other people give the wrong answers.
Interesting.
Staying 1 foot ahead of the other.
I'm sorry about asking if we can trust your mother, if that's what this is about. I didn't mean to imply that she was not trustworthy.
Oh, no, you could not insult me by insulting my mother, even if you were. Anyway, no, I just, like Val said, we want to stay 1 step ahead. And,
Yes.
I was just trying to understand what we should expect so that we can do that.
It may or may not work.
We'd be expecting trained fighters. People like me.
Right.
Probably at least 1 member of my honor guard. Maybe more.
It's incredible that they put so much resource and energy into bringing someone back who doesn't want to be there.
As I said, society is heavily dependent upon the military there. They don't want secrets to get out.
Understandable, I suppose.
It is. And not everyone wants to be a part of the military, I suppose. So it's a good way to ensure that people do their part.
Right. Right. You rely on the military, making sure people don't feel like they have an option. Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, Val, maybe we can talk a little bit later about what your strategy is for keeping them off her back. For now, I'm just going to focus on not losing my shit at the Queen again.
It's hard to do.
You know, just gotta go to that peaceful place.
Okay. I would say you guys walk up, manage to set up a meeting with the Queen, and this time it is in one of the many offices that exist on the first floor. In this room, it's a series of chairs. They are positioned in a circular fashion around the room, and she is, just kind of sitting down in one of them. So, what did you have to talk to me about?
Before we go in there, I wanted to wild shape into a mouse.
Okay.
And just hide out in Val's hood. I'll let you know about that.
Alright. So, cool. So then the 5 of you would be there. You sought counsel with me?
Yes. I wanted to ask about home. I didn't really get the chance last time.
Kengron.
Yes.
What about it?
Is everything well there? I haven't been back in 2 months and it's the longest I've been away.
I haven't heard of reports of anything. Anything wrong?
Good.
You don't have to worry. If there's something that comes up, I will call for you.
Are they aware that I'm... Rather, have they made you aware that I'm gone?
They have.
How many other people know?
Here?
Anywhere?
It's not a question that I asked. I'm sorry. I simply feigned ignorance and let them know that if I ever saw this Samaria person, I would let them know.
Please do not.
I believe we already talked about this.
Forgive me.
Detect thought.
Okay. In her head, surface level thoughts. She's kind of hoping that this doesn't come back to bite her in the ass. And that's kind of it. She's like wondering if she should be doing this, and if her alliance with like the two leaders of Kengron is worth this, because if they were to find out, that would spell trouble. So that's what's on her mind.
Whatever happened with what was his name? Amartos? Amartos.
He and I spoke, and I tried my best to see it from his point of view and not to just stick him in a dungeon somewhere.
It's nice of you.
He seems to be taking it a lot harder than... He was a lot harder on himself than I was on him. He wanted to be confined and tortured for the rest of his days. I declined, of course.
I assume that's worse for him.
Yes. But he does still respect rank.
Mm-hmm.
He's not... He hasn't traveled that far. So when I told him that my word was final, he did not question it. We're still trying to figure something out. So I don't want to pardon him for the things that he's done. But on the same token, it wasn't completely all his fault.
It wasn't him.
I know that. But I do blame him. It was a very stupid choice.
I blame him too.
But I don't think that this should be worth his life. What meaning is it for me to just put him into a dungeon and him to just stare at walls forever? I might as well just kill him. If that's the case. Which I'm not going to do.
It would be a waste
Exactly.
of all that he has learned.
He still has a long life in front of him. And I think that with a bit of rehabilitation, he can make something out of it. I even hope to have him in the guard one day. If he can come back from this and prove to me that he is trustworthy and will not make the same mistake twice.
I'm glad to hear it.
But that's on him. But he is currently in the castle.
Probably a good place for him.
Yes, we're still trying to decide what will be done. The Stone Soul and I will have a meeting shortly. Any other questions?
Oh, I have something. On the other continent, you know the city Northon?
I think I've heard of it, yeah.
There is a fortress outside of town. Fortress. Yeah, it's not really a castle. At the time it was occupied. After we were finished, it was not occupied. How does one go about taking ownership of something like that if it's not occupied?
Well, I assume that Northon would probably have the deed or claims to that land. Or another, maybe nearby village. Or possibly a noble in Arenthal.
Okay. How much does something like that run?
Depends on the size, honestly.
It's pretty big.
Let me check my ledger.
A pretty big fortress.
Guys,
Now,
Genuine gold.
curious here.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want something like that?
Why wouldn't you want something like that?
I mean, I suppose. But it seems all of a sudden.
No real reason. We were just talking about old times. And the fort came up. I honestly had forgot about it.
Honestly, we're sort of nomads right now. It would be good for us for the type of work that we do, like what we've done for your beautiful kingdom, to have a base of operations. It only makes sense at this point. And the people of Northon are already kind to us, so with perhaps some of your influence as well.
A letter of recommendation, per se.
This is the wrong ledger. I believe that a standard fortress of that size would cost you probably about 500,000.
Copper?
You're cute.
He thinks you're cute.
You're cute. Cute.
Don't say that. Maybe we could talk them down.
Well, I mean, they did find a OS.
$500,000? I mean, they'd be dead if
Right.
Life for
How much is
500,000?
the existence of your entire town worth to you?
Exactly. Everybody in it.
I mean, we have 125,000,
It was only 125,000.
right?
Yes, here we go.
Never mind. You got something to say, so we got.
She didn't say the currency.
That's why I asked for copper.
I would say at least 500,000
Gold?
gold.
That's if you haven't saved them prior and stuff like that, yeah.
Not platinum.
Not platinum, gold.
Not platinum. Gold.
And we have 125,000 gold?
A little less now, but yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure we could work something out.
We'll see what happens.
But it would be helpful if you would sort of vouch for the value of investing in our organization.
So a letter of recommendation.
Yeah, is there an echo in here?
I can do that.
Watch it.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'm trying.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Please.
If I can ask.
You may.
I haven't been home in a bit, and my monastery definitely didn't have any information on my home, so I was wondering if you could fill me in on the last 70 years.
Agora. She's from Agora.
You have to say 70 years of Agora, so we go.
I can try.
Do you know if they're still alive?
Yes, the Agora's still thriving.
All of them?
There's only one Agora.
Sumiko, what were your parents' names?
Mayuri and Daikon.
I remember Daikon. I know that he's not in power anymore. But I haven't heard anything about him particularly, or your mother.
Do you know if the people are still sick?
There was a sickness there for a while. I think that everything is fine now. Give me a moment. She kind of steps out of the room. She comes back in like 10 minutes.
All things considered, you're doing very well.
She comes back in 10 minutes. Okay. I've looked into Agora and what we have here on them. It seems as if, yes, there was a long period of sickness that plagued that town, and I know that we sent resources at one point. But yeah, they really struggled for a while. We helped them out. We got them back on their feet. And that's pretty much it. There have been changes in the management of Agora. That's about it.
Do you think you could send word to find out about Sumiko's parents? Whether they're still there?
I can. Yes. I know the leader myself. She's very, very kind. And admirable.
Who is it?
Oh, you haven't been to Agora in a while?
Not since I was 7.
Her name is Siobhan. And I didn't think that I would agree or like a tiefling, but she's changed my thoughts on them.
Did more tieflings move in? There's never been a tiefling there before.
I don't tell each village how to run their
Where did she
their
come
town.
from?
I'm not sure. I just know that she was voted in, and it was widely in her favor. She became a member of the board first, and then worked her way up from there. Actually, I think she was responsible for helping them kind of get out of the long drought of health that they were in. I believe that might have helped her out. Anything else I can answer for you? You seem troubled.
Do you know if my parents ever looked for me?
Oh, I'm sure they looked for you, Simi.
I don't know them like that. We haven't really spoken. I knew of them. A wonderful girl like you, I'm sure. I'm sure they were worried sick. Any other questions? Or are we done here?
I think that about covers it.
Did you tell us all that you know about the night masks? I don't remember if we asked.
All that I know is that they are a shady criminal organization that plagues the underbelly of a lot of our societies.
Kion had mentioned that they might be moving.
Their activity has increased recently.
Do you have any information as to where?
I don't.
How?
That's what Kion is for.
And you'll keep us abreast of it?
Sure.
Thank you.
Is that all?
If you're going to detect thought, now is the time.
It seems like we're done. That conversation went a lot better than our previous one.
Yes. Well, today everyone remembered their manners.
We were just out of ammunition.
Well, I'll bid thee adieu, and you're free to stay around the castle if you like. Let yourselves out when you want. And she leaves. Close the door behind her.
I feel like I've stopped breathing all day.
You both did very well.
Thank you.
I don't see why you think she's that bad. She's given us all of the information we've asked for, and helped us as much as she could.
When I talk to her, I think of Xena. And I just think she should have done more.
Casey was only one person.
She was an important person to me.
I understand that.
And that is where we are going to end game tonight.
Okay.
And we will pick up, we can actually pick up right in this room next session.
Sweet.
Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Yeah.
Nothing like playing some D&D on a Sunday, am I right?
So much going on.
Nothing like playing / watching D&D.
Did we plug our sponsors?
No, we didn't.
didn't.
Who are our sponsors, Olivia? Take us away.
You seem so intent on making me plug myself.
I know.
It's always me. Probably because I'm always the one like, did we plug our sponsors?
I'm just
Plug the sponsors.
I'm very conscious of the
You're
fact
very good at plugging the sponsors.
that I talk all session. So I'm like, oh, a chance for someone else
You
to
have
talk.
the script down. I want to hear from you.
That's true.
Thing is, I don't. So I want to mention our sponsors really quick, because I remembered, not because I was, reminded. First, we have Dungeon Depths, where you can find all of your D&D apparel needs and Chaos Conductors merch. You can find them on Dungeon Depths.
.store.
.store.
Yeah.
I'll never remember.
How many times have we done this?
DungeonDepths.store.
Oh man.
And then our second sponsor, Ambient Realms, where you can find all of your RPG music and sound effects for use at the top of your table.
Yay!
Nice.
Starting the
Ambient Realms, am I right? Ambient
You
Realms.
did it. Also, something else that you should check out is our podcast, Air D&D, with new episodes coming out every Thursday.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can find it on all of your favorite podcast apps. So,
But what if it's not on mine?
Then tell us and we'll put it on yours.
there you
Perfect.
go. Yeah.
Or I'll tell you why I'm not going to put it on yours, and why you should. Yeah, I might tell you, like,
Wow.
if it's like, ooh, I gotta pay $80 a month to put it on your specific thing.
Here's this free one you can
Yeah.
listen to it on.
I'm not gonna do that right now, but I will lead you to other places where you can watch the podcast.
Okay.
Give you links and all that. And if you love it, which you will, review it on iTunes
Yeah.
and tell your friends.
And you can find all our stuff at chaosconductors.com.
Tell your friends about us.
Podcast, Twitch,
Yep.
Discord,
the Discord,
Graham.
the socials,
The
The
merch.
socials.
the merch.
Merch.
Check it out.
Neat.
Yeah.
With that said, we hope that you enjoyed your stay.
Oh my.
And we will see you next Sunday to pick up.
Yeah.
5 o'clock sharp.
5 o'clock sharp.
Sunday.
Be there. And be there. That's all. Be there.
Just be there.
All right.
No other option.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.